Properly washing fruits and vegetables is one of the most practical and immediately effective ways to reduce pesticide residues, dirt, and microbial contamination, yet many people either rush this step or rely on methods that offer a false sense of security. Because pesticide residues can persist on surfaces, settle into crevices, or bind to waxy skins, a deliberate and systematic approach is essential, especially when produce is consumed regularly over many years. While washing cannot eliminate all residues, it can significantly lower cumulative exposure, which matters far more in the long term than any single meal. The first and most important step is to begin before water even touches the produce. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water to avoid transferring bacteria or contaminants onto the food. Remove any damaged, bruised, or visibly moldy portions of fruits and vegetables, as these areas can trap higher concentrations of residues and microbes. For leafy greens, discard the outermost leaves, which tend to accumulate the most exposure during growing, harvesting, and transport. Rinsing under clean, running water should always be the foundation of produce washing. Place fruits or vegetables under a steady stream of potable water and gently rub the surface with your hands for at least 20 to 30 seconds per item. This physical action is crucial. Water alone without friction is far less effective. Running water helps carry away loosened residues, whereas soaking alone can allow contaminants to redistribute across surfaces. For clusters such as grapes or berries, separate them and allow water to flow between individual pieces. For produce with firmer skins, scrubbing adds an important extra layer of protection. Use a clean, dedicated produce brush for items like apples, potatoes, carrots, cucumbers, and melons. Scrub firmly but without damaging the skin, paying special attention to stem ends and textured areas where residues may concentrate. Even if you plan to peel these items later, scrubbing first is critical, as cutting through an unwashed surface can transfer residues from the skin to the edible flesh. Soaking can be helpful when done correctly, but it should never replace rinsing. A short soak of 5 to 15 minutes in clean water can help loosen surface residues, especially for leafy greens and produce with complex shapes. For leafy vegetables, separate the leaves and gently agitate them in the water, then lift them out rather than pouring them through a colander, which can allow dirt and residues to settle back onto the leaves. After soaking, always rinse again under running water to physically remove what has been loosened. Some people use soaking solutions such as salt water, baking soda, or vinegar, and while these methods are widely discussed, they must be approached realistically. Research suggests that a baking soda solution may remove certain types of surface pesticides more effectively than plain water, but it does not eliminate systemic pesticides that have been absorbed into the plant tissue. Vinegar and lemon juice may reduce some microbes, but are not consistently effective against pesticide residues and can damage delicate produce. Importantly, no household solution can neutralize all pesticides, and relying on these methods alone can create a false sense of safety if proper rinsing is skipped. Peeling is one of the most effective ways to reduce pesticide residues for certain fruits and vegetables, particularly those with thick skin such as apples, pears, peaches, and cucumbers. However, peeling should be done thoughtfully. Always wash and scrub produce before peeling to prevent transferring residues from the skin to the flesh via the knife. While peeling reduces exposure, it also removes fiber and micronutrients concentrated in the skin, so it should be used selectively rather than as a default for all produce. Drying is a final but often overlooked step. Use a clean paper towel or cloth to dry fruits and vegetables after washing. This helps remove additional residues and bacteria that may remain on the surface. For leafy greens, a salad spinner can be effective, but only after thorough washing and rinsing. Drying also reduces moisture that can promote bacterial growth during storage. A critical warning is to avoid using soap, dish detergent, or commercial produce washes not specifically approved for food use. These substances can leave chemical residues of their own and are not designed to be ingested. Plain water, combined with time and physical action, remains the safest and most reliable method for home use. Ultimately, proper washing should be viewed as a routine protective behavior, not an occasional precaution. When practiced consistently, these steps can meaningfully reduce long-term pesticide exposure, especially for high-residue fruits and vegetables consumed frequently. Washing does not make produce perfectly clean, but it shifts risk in a safer direction, which is essential when exposure accumulates slowly over a lifetime.